Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys all doing? I hope that you guys are having a beautiful day, night, wherever you guys might be. Go ahead and check out my previous video as far as the astrology and energy update, because I will give you a little bit more insight as well as information about what this reading will be about. So a reading for the fact that Mercury is going to be going direct today, and it's also for the 1111 portal. It's going to be a collective reading of some sort. I think I'm going to be doing 3 videos today. Normally I don't do that much, but I'm guided to kick out 3 videos. If you guys don't like any tool readings and you don't like tarot readings of that sort, go ahead and check out part 1, because that is just me purely talking to you, and as well as channeling and also giving information that you can find also online, or astrologists if you guys connect with astrology, you know, of that sort. But astrology you can definitely find for yourself. But when it comes to the channel part of the journey, then yeah, then go ahead and check that out, okay? But this is going to be a collective reading for both the masculine and the feminine. And then I'm going to be coming back and doing a pick a card reading, okay, for both of you. I actually am starting to enjoy the pick a card readings for the twin flame journey, because it is kind of fun and it's new and it's something I'm not really used to doing. A little bit nervous though, not gonna lie, because it's something new, but however, it's something that I am enjoying. Back then, I was so on the fence of wanting to do the pick a card reading, and I was like, no, hell no. I was so fine with watching other people do it, but I never thought that that would be me, and I'm slowly putting it out, just slowly inching it out there, okay? Okay, this reading overall is going to be for self-love as well as the 1111 portal. So 1111 portal, as well as ways that we can focus on self-love and to improve our self-care part of this journey, okay? So it's good to focus, like I said on the last video, it's good to focus on your twin flame, okay? But however, I want to make mention that this journey is about you. Okay, first and foremost. So it's important to focus on you first, okay, and nurture yourself first before you focus on your twin flame. But it's so easy. We're nosy. We want to dive in deeper about what's going on. You know, I get it. I really do. But Spirit is saying, let's reel it back and focus more on you and what you need. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull from this Heal Yourself Oracle deck, and any decks that I'd be using will be in the description box below if you guys are interested in the tarot decks that'll be presented today, okay, as well as my description box has all the playlists that you guys are interested in, as well as my Instagram account if you guys want to follow me on there, okay? So I'm going to be asking overall, like, what is the Divine Masculines focused on healing at this current point in time? This right here on the right side, I have these 2 sticks right here, so this is just for me personally to keep them separate. But on the right here is going to be the masculines, on the left here is going to be the feminines. What is the feminines focusing on and learning at this time? Okay, you guys are collectively working on selling out. So this is about self-sabotaging behaviors, okay? So this is something quite relatable. I specialize in self-sabotaging, but selling out is basically you selling out your soul, settling for something that's less and you know that it's not for you. So it's about, like, if you are settling for a karmic soulmate rather than going forth towards an actual soulmate or someone that is there for you, that Spirit is saying that that is selling out of your soul. They're selling out an aspect of yourself that you know that this is not for you, but you still continue to put your focus onto that. Also, selling out could be a form of selling your heart. So it can be with financially, like people know that they sell their soul financially, okay? Or what that means is that, you know, it has a massive amount of talent or gifts to be put somewhere in their life, but they're selling out or selling themselves short because they don't feel like they're good enough and they feel like they can't achieve the things they want to achieve. So it's more so about the insecurity factor that I feel like is coming out for both of you, as well as Spirit is saying don't settle, okay? Especially Divine Feminines, do not settle for less, okay? You know at the end of the day in your heart when something does not feel right, don't settle for that. If it does feel right, all right, then that means that you are following your heart, okay? All right, but if it's the opposite effect and whatnot, then Spirit is saying that that is the time to let that go. So masculines, oh my goodness, guys, beautiful, guys. So we have take off your mask. And soulmate, so beautiful how we're talking about the masculines right now. Divine masculines, if you haven't noticed, have masc within their name, so that predominantly they rule the 3D self, or someone who is more so caught up in hiding behind a persona, or hiding in general their feelings, or hiding the love that they have for the feminine. So soulmate right here represents that they are learning to be their authentic self. They are learning to incorporate and as well as integrate their divine feminine energy within them, because they're realizing that they are both. They are not just divine masculines, they are divine masculine and divine feminine. Okay, so they're learning that, how to nurture themselves, how to love themselves more. They could be visiting in the dream state a lot frequently, a lot more than usual. I feel like that's more so Pisces energy. Okay, you could be seeing 5s, 555, or 11s, I see, or you could be seeing 2s, 222, okay, which represents the balance of the masculine and the feminine. Also, the 5s represent the conflict, the inner conflict, the mental, emotional conflict that you may be going through right now at this current point in time, divine masculines. But you guys are learning to really embrace what this journey means to you. You're learning to embrace the divine feminine aspects of yourself. And you know, this reminds me of a situation in a dream recently where a divine masculine came and visited me in a dream or something, and they were crying. Like, so I feel like a lot of divine masculines are releasing right now, or going through a lot of inner emotional turmoil at this point, and they're seeking mothering like energy from you, divine feminine, because it's like when they hold you, or when you hold them, they feel this sense of safety or protection, and it has to do with the inner child, nurturing the inner child. So in the dream, the divine masculine wanted to place their head on my bosom, or wanted to cry within my bosom. And me, at first I was on the off put about it. I was like, okay, because I wasn't really knowing what was going on. But at first I was like, no, because I was going into that Queen of Swords mode. But then something told me, no, go into that Queen of Cups mode. Be more nurturing, have more compassion. So I ended up holding the divine masculine in my arms, kind of similar to a child, that you would hold a baby or a child. And he was just crying within my bosom, within my chest. And I was just rubbing his head, saying that everything will be okay. So this reminds me of that, like, especially if they're visiting you in spirit, divine feminine, and you're going through some form of inner turmoil or whatever, whatnot, they're probably visiting you within spirit or within your dream state to let you know that they're always there. They have this thing where they love to hold the divine feminine from behind. They like to embrace from behind. I don't know, it's a thing for divine masses. They like to sneak up from behind you and then put their arms right around your waist, or put their arms around your shoulders, or just embrace and hug you, kind of like a bear hug. Okay, and it's just a way of feeling like protection, feeling like safe. And I like how it's depicted as the same girl. If you've noticed, it's the same chick, divine feminine. Someone could like dancing of some sort, or dancing could be a theme or a type of personal connection that you have between you both, or it can mean that one of you guys like to transmute your pain through dancing. And right here we have, for the feminines, oh, love it, guys, we have inner child, and then we have hole in the heart, okay, or hole in the soul. So everything to do with the heart chakra that I've been explaining recently, how the heart chakra is feeling like it's being activated. You feel like it's being ripped out of your chest. So you may be experiencing a lot of pain within the heart chakra region, divine feminine, but that is necessary in order for light to come through. And it's also necessary for a lot of that inner child pain to be leaked out, or to be processed through. I just released from the solar plexus just now, so I feel like you guys are storing possibly a lot of trauma, or a lot of anxious thoughts or fear within your solar plexus. So needing to release that, as for sure, as well as your heart chakra, okay? But you guys feel like you're bleeding from the inside out, okay? And you guys could be on your moon cycle if you guys resonate with that. Bleeding out, you know, certain paradigms, that could also be it as well. I did speak of that, how the blood that was kind of have a sense of baggage from the past needs to be bled out, okay? But inner child healing, I see that you guys are definitely going through a lot of triggers when it comes to inner child healing. You guys could be connecting with the inner child. You are questioning the inner child. What is it that you need? What is it that I can provide you? In what ways that you can feel safe, okay? Because something that I feel like is a big theme right now is the need to feel safe, the need to feel nurtured, or the inner child feeling nurtured. Okay, you guys could be seeing frogs as a sign that you guys are clearing out old energy, cleaning up. You guys could have possibly been cleaning up your environment or cleaning your room. You guys could be rearranging certain things within your life or within your house or within your home, whatever place that you live in. You guys could have this sense of calling to move some things around, donate some things, sell, you know, just a big clear out right before winter solstice. Okay, and then I also feel that not only does it represent physically outside of yourself, but the closet within, the house within, which is your body. So if you're storing things within that, that is coming right now out to the surface in order to be purged. You guys could be like really connecting with your inner child by watching things that bring out the inner child. So tip for inner child healing: when you connect with things that you typically did as a child that made you happy at the end of the day, or bring a sense of healing of some sort. So if you liked drawing or coloring back in the day when you were a kid, try diving into that. Okay, Spirit is saying, so divine feminines, if you liked watching comedy or like cute Disney movies as a child, start diving into that. Start watching Disney movies or start watching things that are kind of for children. And I know it may seem weird, especially if you haven't really connected with your inner child first and foremost, but Spirit is saying that the inner child is very important because that is where we store most of our core wounds. So any core wounds that we carry from the past is within that inner child. And if you continue to ignore that inner child, then you won't be able to access to the root cause of why you are the way that you are, or why you react the way that you react. Okay, so same thing for divine masculines. Okay, divine masculines definitely were hiding their feelings or hiding behind you. I see that. So they've been hiding behind a mask or hiding emotions for you or this connection. I feel like they are in recognition of this twin flame journey, that they recognize that you are a soulmate of theirs. So something, you know, they told me to point out that the feminines on each side, for the masculines and the feminines, there's clutching of the heart. So the heart, again, significance of the heart chakra. Okay, you feel, or your chest in general, it's like you're clutching your chest, like when you feel, you know, when people feel like a sense of scared, it's about releasing that and not holding that and harboring it into this space right here. Okay. So believe in yourself, Oracle. What is something that the masculines are healing, are working towards healing, things that they can focus on, ways that which they can focus on taking off their mask, you know? What are ways that they can move forward, okay? What are ways that the divine feminine can heal herself, his or herself? What is ways that they can focus on healing the inner child and the hole in the soul, feeling like their heart is outside of them right now? It reminds me of the Taka and the Tafiti moment from Moana. Okay, it could be a thing. But what is something that we can focus on towards healing this inner child? So overall, what you're healing is sword, make the change. Oh, love it. Okay, so swords, you could be seeing sevens or 777, 717, 707. Okay, and also it's a very spiritual number, sword, which is make the change. It's so funny because she's cutting off her hair, and I was guided to chop off the extensions or just cut off the hair because I felt like it was extra baggage that was related to the past. Okay, but you don't have to cut your hair in order to do that. Okay, it's just more so a physical representation that I felt guided to in order to help release baggage. Okay, because okay, so sword, it represents like if you guys are scared of change or not so susceptible to change, now that would be tested around this time. And this is like that 555 energy as well. Okay, you could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that is watching. It could be within your chart or your divine masculine, divine feminines. It does not matter. Okay, it's just the energy that I'm feeling. Okay, but you guys are making changes within your life. You guys could be doing a lot of mirror work, maybe even affirmations. Go and ahead and check out my part 1 video, because towards the end I read out affirmations that we can repeat towards ourselves in order to help improve our vibration. Okay, so even mirror work, you know, looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself that you're beautiful, telling yourself that you are worthy of love, that you're worthy of this change. Okay, so it's like you guys are both mirroring each other in many aspects on this journey, is what Spirit is saying. So divine masculines, we have morning, the world awaits you, castle, it's time for healing, not war. Wow. So 40 and 30, you could be seeing 4s, 444, or 3s, 333. So you guys, divine masculines are going through a time right now of healing, of personal healing. And if they went through some form of loss or just losing, I'm hearing Viva La Vida from Coldplay. I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sweep.
I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. One minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand.
I hear Jerusalem bells ringing, Roman cavalry choirs singing. Be my mirror, my sword. Be my mirror, my sword, my shield, my missionaries on the foreign field. For some reason I can't explain. Hearing Coldplay, okay, and it's like when someone loses their crown, like everything they built castle-wise, I feel like this person built all their pillars on a castle of salt or sand, pillars of salt and pillars of sand. So something that didn't have a great foundation, whether it was them focusing on too much when it comes to like unexpected changes that came about within the divine masculines world. So anything that was burnt to a crisp or removed out of their life right now, they're learning to heal that and kind of come into one with themselves. So the world awaits you. I feel like maybe there's some Atlantis ties or like some form of, maybe they were royal at one point in a past life is what spirit is saying. But I feel like more so if you guys connect with Atlantis starseeds of that sort, then yeah, that's cool. Or Mintaka is what I'm hearing. Even Lemuria. You guys are coming to terms and you guys are rising from the ashes that you guys were buried in. Just recently I posted a selfie on my Instagram about rising from the ashes you were buried in. Okay, so divine masculines, they're taking the time out to rest and to heal at this current point in time, whether it was a loss of a loved one, a loss of a karmic soulmate, a loss of a place, even finances could be a thing. But it's not a time for fighting. It's not a time for being like proving that you're right. It's not a time for negative energy. Now is the time for healing. Okay, so they could be sleeping a lot more. They could be focused on getting rest rather than overworking themselves to death. So if they were focused on distracting themselves from overworking and not really focused on their inner healing, spirit is saying that possibly things that they put focused on or distracted themselves in are being pulled forcefully from their lives in order for them to address the core of what is really going on. So yeah, so they've been healing, and if they have been healing, they've been focusing on that hermit mode and just kind of doing that inner introspective healing. Then they are focused on, actually when they're fully rested, they are definitely focused on venturing out into the world and to show like the things that they've learned on this journey, which is great. Okay, and then we have the divine feminine. What do we have here? Lighthouse, don't doubt your worth, and villain, you can always rewrite your story. No freaking way, guys. Do you see that? Do you see that she has a affirmation? It says right here, I am always enough. No way. And if you guys go watch part 1 if you want to hear some affirmations towards the end of the reading, as a way that, because I feel like this right here is a big thing for the divine feminines. Okay, working on mirror work, working towards saying I am beautiful, I am enough for this love. Okay, you could be also divine feminine, someone that is into some form of what was it, witchcraft or any form of spirituality. You could be into crystals or divination of some sort. You could be into herbs or collecting herbs or dried herbs. Okay, just saying, like right now, you guys could be very powerful or gifted in that sort. But lighthouse represents also the lighthouse thing. Divine feminine, you are the lighthouse that leads your divine masculine home from sea. Okay, so if they've been out at sea and been lost, it's like the same thing. Like, this also reminds me of part 1, where it's not a time for war, it's more a time for healing. Like, it's when I stated that the divine masculine's been at war for so long or been away, they could have past lives regarding wartime or some sort, but or any type of trauma if they've served in the military. But I feel like they've been out at war with themselves is what that represents, and having inner turmoil while they've been away, especially if you're in physical separation. So it feels like you're out at war and you're coming back home. And so since you represent home, you're the one who lights the way, lighthouse, you're the one that's waiting on shore. Do you see that? Okay, so you guys have been focusing on yourselves. You've been really shining your light for yourselves. Okay, and you've been working on your self-worth. And if you have been dealing with self-worth issues or questioning your worth or feeling like you don't deserve this, right now Spirit is saying get into affirmations, saying I am enough, I am lovable, I deserve the highest form of love that there is. I embody the unconditional love. Like, I embody what true unconditional love means. So it's like telling yourself that, okay? And it might start off weird because especially if you're not used to affirmations and you're not used to telling yourself these things, it can feel quite weird, quite foreign. But the Spirit's saying if you make it a routine or a habit, then it will create some effects, okay? So villain, you can rewrite your own story. Divine feminine, this lets me know that especially if you are feeling like a calling of some sort, I feel like there's some form of calling that you are hearing, especially in the sea, or the calling that's within you more so. So it's like maybe one time the divine masculine or any karmic energies outside of this connection probably deemed you as the villain of the story, when really that's not the case. Because I feel like more so, because villain, we shouldn't take that as like face value of what that really means, but villain can represent someone that was depicted as someone that's bad or a bad influence when really they're not. So it's like this misunderstanding type of thing. So it's like you can always rewrite it. Like if something doesn't feel right within your story, feeling like something is not for you, or if someone or something says something that is totally not true about yourself, Spirit is saying that as long as you know the truth within yourself, that's really what truly matters, okay? So you are the narrator of your story. You are the person with the pen or the pencil, whatever it may be, and you are the one that has the power to rewrite any type of ending that you wish to have, okay? So it could mean that you are into writing, or maybe even getting into some form of creative writing, or even music, you know, writing out music could be a thing, or lyrics, you know. So poetry, things like that. Spirit is saying write those out on the paper to tell your story, or because, you know, telling your story of some sort, okay, and shining your light. So, and also you could be hearing the calling of your life purpose, Spirit is saying. So if you're hearing this call, or your heart is being called in one direction, follow that heart, that little feeling or that little voice that's telling you this way, okay? So Spirit is saying you need to connect with nature, or go to a body of water, or even cleanse yourself with a spiritual bath. Spirit said feminines, focus on that. Like, focus on self-care when it comes to like baths, spiritual baths, even meditation, grounding, going to large bodies of water, okay? Even the masculines have water within their scope right here. So yep. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull from over here the Moonology deck just to see what's in your chart, as well as the ways that we can move forward, okay? So masculines, what spirit animal is being sent from your feminine? What is spirit animal that you will be receiving from your feminine as far as spirit animal goes? What is a spirit animal that you will be receiving from your feminine as a sign and confirmation that they are working and moving on their journey, focusing on themselves? What is a sign that you're receiving from your feminine? Feminine, what are you receiving from your masculine as far as animal goes? What animal totem are you receiving from your masculine? Any animals that you're receiving from your masculine on this journey as a confirmation that they are moving forward. Starting with the masculines, at the bottom of the deck, I asked what signs and what they're working towards. Wow, a lot of crown chakra. Goodness gracious, just straight up. But I'm seeing crown chakra. Step out of your comfort zone, north node, first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. Wow, guys, so their crown chakra could be activated. They're learning to release any attachments that they may have to earthly items or things, okay, that resonates. They could be receiving telepathic communication from you in their claircognizance wise or clairaudiently. North node is about focusing on your life purpose. Like when you are focusing, like if you check out your north node in your chart, that is basically whatever sign that it's in is the direction or the life purpose that you're looking towards. Spirit is saying that like north node represents the feminine, so the feminine can be part of a life purpose for the divine masculine. So it's about stepping out of your comfort zone, I see. So spirit, since they've been in this time of healing or whatnot, or just kind of been in this mode of self-healing right now, what it means by commitment being tested, the commitment being tested to you, divine feminine. So they could be handed Spirit says that they could be handed some distractions that revolve around karmic energy, whether it's a person, place, or thing. So it's like when spirit pretty much tests your faith in a certain situation. So it's like when spirit's like, do you want it that badly? Like, are you willing to actually take the actions needed and necessary in order for you to move forward? Or are you just, is this another situation where you're gonna have to learn again? Okay, so, or repeat another karmic cycle, which is about learning again about us, which is fine, all right? But it just means that maybe there might be some distractions around the divine masculine's energy as a test to see if they are still focused on this journey or focused on themselves, you know, because karmic energies will come around and actually try to test your focus skills. They're testing to see if you are focused on your self journey, okay, which something that divine masculines have a habit of doing, okay. But once they learn on their journey that, you know, over time they'll start learning that, you know, what's the difference between a distraction and what's there for their life purpose. So they're learning the difference between what's a distraction in life that has to leave and what is actually for them, that's part of their life purpose, that's there to stay for their life. So they're learning to differentiate between both. So I asked, who are they working with and what are they working towards? Oh, patience, envy, garden, and the gate. Oh. The fact that the garden and the gate fell out, but goodness, guys. So I'm feeling Sagittarius energy right off the bat, okay? You guys could be seeing 616 or any type of 16s, 20s, 2s, or 3s. Patience is needed within this journey. So they're practicing patience right now, whether it's coming forth towards you, because they don't want to just run in without thinking, without a formulated plan. They don't want to run in with just nothing. So I feel like they're finding patience right now and when they can come in towards you. Something that the biggest lesson that we learn on this journey is patience, okay? We have envy, which is something that they are dealing with shadow-wise. So if they have any form of jealousy issues or any type of envy issues when it comes to you, divine feminine, like jealousy revolving around who you're with, who you're sleeping with, who you're talking to, you know, that type of thing, creating scenarios within their mind. It could mean that they also feel envious of you, divine feminine, for the fact that how connected you are to the divine. Sometimes divine masculines feel quite envious because they don't connect the same way that we do, because that means when you're envious or you have some form of jealousy issues, you're feeling like you're comparing yourself to this person, okay? And that's something that's for the twin flames, is learning not to compare your journey to other people's experiences and not being envious of that. Actually, genuinely being able to cheer for others, being able to chill for yourself as well, and not being envious over what someone has or may not have, okay? So envy issues, if they deal with that deep down right now in their root, like jealousy issue, that's being pulled out, okay? Then we have 30, the guardian of the gate. So this is a feminine with a key around the neck and 2 butterflies. They could be seeing butterflies. You could be seeing keys as symbolism, or maybe the color pink as a symbolism of your divine feminine energy around you. Okay, so you could be receiving those types of animal totems as a message. Your divine feminine, I also feel like this represents someone not is being afraid to venture outside the gate. So it's about that comfort zone coming up right now. Step out of your comfort zone. Okay, so don't be afraid to open that doorway or that new beginning. Okay, and it also represents, like, I feel right now they are learning to ground or practice patience and releasing the envy through being able to go outside into nature, as well as going into their sacred space. It doesn't have to be nature. Think of like a man cave or like a girl cave or whatever that people go through or go to in order to find solace or peace. Okay, so it could be a special place or a location that they kind of go to in order to find peace or clarity within their mind or their psyche. So Spirit is saying that if you need time alone, divine masculines, that is definitely what Spirit is guiding them to do, to go into that hermit mode, to spend time alone within themselves and to really process what it is that they need to release and let go. And I feel like envy is one of them, or any type of jealousy issues that they may be having, or comparing themselves to others. Okay, so we have the 2, a lot of 2s. You could be seeing 2, 2, 2s a lot. Like attracts like, and speak the language of love, number 35. Wow. So again, you could be seeing a lot of butterflies, okay? Butterflies is a symbol from your divine feminine on this journey, as well as the transformation that you are on. So this is Scorpio energy, a lot of Scorpio, okay? So we have like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Speak the language of loving words. Have the power to change lives, including your own. Wow. So divine masculines, if you are trying to attract love into your life, it requires for you to be more loving towards yourself, or to bring love into the situation. I also see the growth that the masculines are going on right now. So they started off as a small seed. They were planted as a small seed, and now they're growing into this beautiful flower, or this energy right here. I also see a phoenix rather than a butterfly. That's another big theme. Also, this can have to do with the full moon that we just had that passed by. It can also represent the Gemini full moon towards the end of the month, because I see that they're twins. So this represents for me Gemini energy twins as well. So speak the language of love. So their language of love may be different from yours, divine feminine. So they're learning to speak your love language, and they're learning to know the difference between their love language as well, and how that they can convey that more in a healthy way. Because the one thing that the divine masculine, divine feminine, that we struggle on is learning each other's love languages, and realizing that there's many different forms of love languages out there. Okay, so please look up the many different love languages, or even 5 love languages. Okay, that's a big thing, because the masculines tend to show their love through action rather than through words. That's why sometimes they have a harder time expressing how they feel through talking or through speaking. However, they are great when it comes to music, when it comes to poetry or writing, or when it comes to expressing themselves through artistic ideas or abilities, through action like gifts, giving, you know, those types of things. So they're working on what their love language is and how they're able to express this towards you, because if they tried to express this at one time in the past, maybe it was misunderstood or misinterpreted, because the divine feminine, divine masculine can sometimes get into this mode where if you guys do not understand each other's love languages, not even your own, then it just feels like a bunch of gibberish. Like you guys are going to be missing the mark or misunderstanding each other entirely. So I feel like right now that's a big focus for the divine masculines, is working on how to express love in a healthy manner. Okay, not in a codependent manner, not in an unhealthy, toxic manner, but in a healthy manner. The spirit animal that they are receiving from the divine feminine is a porcupine spirit. Time for a beginner's mind. So you could be quite prickly right now at this time. The Queen of Swords, King of Swords mode that I feel more so the divine feminine's in. It's about like keeping at a distance or whatnot. But it also is a misunderstood creature, because people fear the porcupine of being pricked. But really, it's a nice creature as long as you don't fuck with it or disrupt its boundaries, is what spirit is. Divine feminines are saying, like, you know, prepare for this new beginning as well. And if they're sending you things that have to do with quills or any type of pokey type of animals, spirit is saying that they're learning to let their guard down, as well as representation of the heart chakra, which is what they're showing right here, of how it's breaking. So it's like the heart chakra is being protected through all of these quills, all these sharp things, these sharp objects. We even had the sword earlier where it says make the changes, okay? So a lot of sword energy, okay? Could be a Gemini, Aquarius, a Libra, but I feel more so like the porcupine spirit is a symbol for the divine feminine, to let you know that they're learning to woo-saw, or to let go of some of that guarded like sense about getting past those quills, those pokey parts. It could also mean, since we have roses right here, it can mean thorns. So any thorns that are kind of prickly with the divine feminine, all right? So, and it's about getting past those thorns, all right? And then, so the divine feminine, what is going on with you? Oh, yes, I said Scorpio. I love this. So work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. And what do you need to release? Yes, so you guys are working on releasing any fears that are stored within your psyche. Scorpio is about what is hidden underneath. Okay, so if you are fearing that this journey is not panning out the way that you want it to or would like it to, Spirit is saying to release that right now. Any expectations that you may have on this journey is time to release, as well as fearing the worst, fearing that, you know, things are not panning out. Like, you know, fear is from not understanding. It's not being aware. That's why we are afraid, is because we don't clearly understand something. So I feel like there's a sense of not having clarity within your mind right now, or within your energy, divine feminine. So divine feminine, they're saying to release any core fears or wounds that revolve around your childhood. Spirit is saying release that right now, whether that's abandonment issues, rejection issues, not feeling enough, okay? Because this right here says I am always enough, so it makes me think that maybe there was a time where you felt like you weren't enough for anything, okay? Whether it was love, whether it was your divine masculine, feeling like you're not enough for your life purpose, whatever it may be. It's just fear that was just keeping you held back or stuck mentally, because you're not really stuck like ever. It's just that sometimes we keep ourselves stuck because of the mindset that we may have. Have Scorpio within the chart, or your masculine could, or that's the energy you're embodying. Then we have right here, who are you working with? What are you working with? And 4 came out for you, and I was like, cool. So let me see. We have the angel of balance. So you're working with angels to help balance this situation within your emotions, within your psyche. Okay, so balance. I feel like this is a lot of like, oops, the temperance energy, the patience energy. So I'm feeling a lot of Sagittarius energy coming through. Okay, that is 9th house, all right? But yeah, balance, finding and seeking balance within, by mind, body, and soul. Then we have victory. Oh my gosh. So 28, that reduces to a 10. So this is a victory. This is you coming and closing out a cycle. You're finally coming to the finish end. There's a victory in this. So when you're worried about like what the worst that can possibly happen, you're not realizing that there's some form of victory or finish line or balance that's coming into the situation. Okay, so victory could also mean something like, it's not about winning, it's about feeling like you're at peace finally. Like that is a sense of victory, feeling like you're at peace. So peace of mind is what I'm hearing. So then we have the temple path. Yep, so you could be seeing fireflies, or even the yin yang symbol. So you guys are coming into inner union. You guys are seeking knowledge, spiritual knowledge on this journey, as well as what I'm seeing, higher knowledge. You're also, this yin yang symbol represents the balance right now being restored between you both. You guys could also be seeing 12s, 12 12, 12 21, 21 21, which represents towards the end of the winter solstice. Okay, and it also reduces to a 3, which is the ascended masters coming through, helping you guys. Okay, so you guys are following the path towards success, following the path towards victory. Yes, so oh my gosh, door to value 31, reducing to a 4. You could be saying 444, okay, which also is angelic beings in your path, or in like helping you along the way. But door to value, abundant money. So if you've been feeling like you're fearing the worst when it revolves around your life purpose, or when it revolves around financial wise, Spirit is letting you know that they're learning to, if you were programmed with a sense of lack mentality growing up within your childhood, Spirit is saying no longer will you be carrying this lack mentality and feeling like you don't have enough, or that you're not enough for nothing. Spirit is saying that you're abundant in all things, with or without the physical representation of this, okay? Because money is not really the answer to everything. However, being financially stable or financially balanced is something that creates some form of peace, all right? But it is not the most important thing at the end of the day. So Spirit is saying if you've been struggling with your finances or any form of lack mentality, Spirit is saying that there will be balance being restored within that, okay? So expect something coming towards you, whether it's an unexpected check, unexpected job offer, job opportunity. It can mean you focusing on a personal business of yours. Yes, I see that you guys are coming to terms and coming to balance with everything, and once you release and let this go, or you know, the worry, the struggle, as well as the anxiety part of what ifs and you know, the worst that can happen, and you get rid of that, that is when you will find personal victory or abundance within yourself. Okay, so 444, I just seen go across the chart. So we have simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Wow, you guys could be saying 4 or 5s. Okay, and even foxes, even these animals right here, you guys could be seeing foxes, butterflies, does. You could be seeing cats, squirrels. We even have little hedgehog right here. So remember when I said if you guys are seeing porcupines or any prickly type of things for the masculines, that is the feminine. I'm seeing rabbits too, even mice, badgers, all these different animals that are coming through. You guys could be have a connection with animals. You could have a personal connection with animals. You can, maybe you even have one in your life that you personally connect to, or the masculine that you know of. But it means that you're also receiving animals as synchronicities from Spirit, as well as your divine masculine on this journey. Also, this is about, you guys are learning about compassion, bringing more compassion and kindness into the mix, rather than bringing that cold-hearted sense of, you know, like pokiness, you know, kind of like, it's the same concept with masculines. If you want love in your life, you need to be more loving. You need to provide more love for yourself. But for feminines, if you want kindness or any type of happiness, or you know, things like that, which energizes you, which brings your vibration up, go ahead and embody the vibration that you wish to match. So it's like the law of attraction thing. If you must be in a vibrational match in order to bring in the thing that is for you, right? So I feel like right now you guys are finding some sense of meditation or mindfulness grounding, or because it says present moment, so it's about being in the present moment, not worrying too much about the future, not worrying about not worrying about the past or whatnot. So it's finding acceptance in the past and letting go of the what ifs of the future and just staying present. You could be also connecting to your starseed family if you're from ancient Kemet or Atlantis. You could be from Sirius or Pleiades star system, Arcturians, anything along those lines. All of that, you guys are gaining memories and past life regression work when it comes to that. You guys are focusing on grounding, being present, and releasing the past. Okay, so perfect. And right here we have the animal they've been connecting with, or that the masculine is sending to the feminine, is this white raven spirit. So white birds, okay, 66, you could be seeing 666, 616, 606, which represents balance, unconditional love. Okay, it represents the masculine. Okay, 6 is our masculine number, so I see that this is the angel of balance being restored card. So we have trust in the magic. Yes, so there is magic all around you. Also, it could mean that divine masculines are saying trust in me, trust in dreams, like believe in miracles is what divine masculines are saying. So it's like that. Also, we just had the blue moon, which is like that saying, once in a blue moon, things that you didn't think that were possible are possible because of the blue moon, right? So it's like expect the unexpected. So it's like the Aquarius energy is what I'm feeling. Getting white birds or white ravens, or just ravens in general, or even doves is what Spirit is saying, as a means to tell you that there will be peace brought into the situation, as well as don't let go of the faith. Don't, like, keep believing, okay? Keep believing. Even like this kid self, like the inner child, getting in tune with your inner child's about still believing in miracles, okay? Because children believe in miracles. You can't tell them shit, okay? You say something's not real, like a unicorn's not real, they're like, yes it is. Mermaids are not real, yes it is. Fairies are real, you know, those types of things. So it's like getting back into tune with that inner child and believing things that you used to believe, okay? Bringing that back in. and not caring what anybody else thinks or anybody else says, okay, is what Spirit is saying. In summarization, Divine Masculines, it's time to focus on taking off your mask and embracing your true authentic self. And if you are feeling and dealing with some form of jealousy or envy issues or comparison, comparing yourself to others on this journey, whether it has something to do with your Divine Feminine or just in general, right? It can even be people even comparing you in the past, all right? That's time to let go. Okay, and to feel good enough, all right, and focus on self-care and focus on how to express your love outwardly, throat chakra wise, in a healthy manner, and how to convey it in a way where someone is able to receive and understand. You cannot control if someone receives or not your message. It's just you can control the way that you convey it, all right? So Spirit is saying, if you had a hard time showing love in the past towards your Divine Feminine, they're going to be helping you and giving you a guided hand, all right? They'll be holding your hand around that time. But they're also teaching you ways to be a little bit more gentle. A more gentle approach is what Spirit is saying. Here for the Divine Feminines, for summarization, you are releasing things that are stored within your heart chakra that need to be released. Any past pain, rejection, abandonment issues within the past regarding your parental figures, or when it comes to inner child healing, you guys are releasing that and letting that go. If you've been struggling with any form of lack mentality or feeling like you're not enough, or feeling like you have any type of financial burdens that you're going through, Spirit is saying that they're also going to be helping and providing a helping hand within the mix, as long as you allow them to, you know. But they're going to be providing something for you, a new beginning for you, once you're able to release and let go of some of these worries, these fears, okay? They're just fears is what I'm seeing. Spirit is saying that a lot of these things are just illusions, is what Spirit is saying. It feels real at the time, it really does. Your fear feels really real. I'm not discouraging it. However, it is really the illusion of the mind, is what Spirit is saying. So it's about overcoming that and seeing past that. All right, so much love. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested for coming with me to the pick a card reading, that would be cool. You know, I really love this pick a card reading, but if not, then I'm wishing you well on your way. Go ahead and check out part 1 of this reading as well if you're interested in that, if no tools read. So much love. See you guys in this video. Peace.